Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. I am recording the session that I provided at the conference. We had some technical issues and I wanted to make sure that you had this information. We have a lot of updates going on to our platforms and our exams, so I wanted to make sure that you had this information. So let me share my screen with you and we will get started here. I have a lot of overview information about Certiport, our programs. We have some new things happening with college credit that just launched yesterday. So I'm really excited to share that. So hang tight, let me share my screen and we will get started here. So you should be able to see that now. So this is my contact information. Please reach out to me. I've been with Certiport for a little over 10 years, working with instructors in Oklahoma to implement certification programs into classes they already teach. And I love what I do. So reach out to me. Let me know if you need some curriculum, practice tests. Let's demo some products together. So definitely reach out to me. Prior to Certiport, I was in the staffing industry for many years and looked at candidate resumes every day. I needed to make sure that they had the skills that employers were looking for. So I definitely understand certifications backed by industry are a way to validate that. And employers all require specific software skills. So today we will talk about Certiport, some new cool things to connect students with jobs. Delivery system updates, product overviews. My favorite thing to talk about is why credentials matter. And just to thank you for your time to watch this video. I'm sorry that I was unable to record it during the conference. So Certiport is the world leader in certification exams. We're founded in '97. We developed the first live and application certifications for Microsoft in '98, meaning if you're taking a Microsoft exam, you're testing in the application. Our products are available in 152 countries and localized in 27 languages. So they really are globally recognized certifications. They are all also on your approved assessment list. So again, reach out to me. Let's talk about what will work for your classes. We offer a full pathway approach. So learning material that maps to the exam objectives, that has instructor resources for you. So you know what to teach, how long it's going to take to do that. And it's approved courseware for the program. Practice tests that have a training and a testing mode. So students get used to taking an exam, what a timer is like. It helps them prepare for sitting for the ultimate goal, right, is the industry certification. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Certiport, but I wanted to briefly cover the certifications that we offer. All of these are industry recognized and backed by the vendor. So for instance, Microsoft would provide us with parameters they want covered in the Word exam, for instance. We psychometrically evaluate the exam. We go through it a ton of times, make sure that it's working properly, send that to Microsoft and they sign off on it. So when you take a Microsoft Office exam and pass that, when you receive your certification, it's signed by the CEO of Microsoft as the only officially recognized certification for Office. These are performance-based, either in application or simulation, 50 minutes in length. Typically, they are proctored. There's digital badging for all of our certifications. Most of these are recognized for ACE college credit, which I'm going to talk about, and are available for Certiport exams from home if your students are in a hybrid model or at home due to COVID. So we offer Microsoft certifications, Adobe, Autodesk, IC3 digital literacy, which is your foundations of tech class. Unity certified user, so that's gaming and VR. Communication skills for business, which is amazing. I took it the other day. It covers all of those business etiquette skills, communication, really making sure that your students know how to be professional when they're, applying for and interviewing for jobs, entrepreneurship and small business, QuickBooks, Apple exams, Project Management Institute, and ECCouncil, which is cybersecurity. Here are just a few of our learning partners. So again, their practice tests or their curriculum has to map to the exam objectives of our certification so that you're using content that really is relevant. So one of the cool things that we're doing now is we are providing pathways. It's a way to look at certification combinations. So earning an industry certification, and then what certification would fit next for that specific job title. It's a way to have a foundation and then buildable certifications that help prepare for advancement or for a specific career choice. So right now we have 16 paths identified. You will see those at the bottom of the product update slides that I provide. We have 2 ways to check them out. So if you are not currently logged into Certiport, you can navigate from our homepage through the Educator Resources menu and select My Pathway. This method will show what pathways are available, or the other way is to log in through your test candidate screen. This will represent your individual progress towards any pathway along with what remaining requirements there are. It will provide sample jobs in the US, and you can take that kind of as a starting point for you to do more local research and discover how jobs, if they're paid higher or lower than the samples we've provided. And then it also links you to resume library. So again, connecting the dots, we've entered a partnership with the resume library. What we're doing there is when a candidate passes an exam, we give them free access to resume library. They will receive free resume review from experts, makes their resume available across recruitment platforms. They'll know of jobs in the area, and they can apply for thousands and thousands of jobs directly by clicking through their website. So now I'm going to cover some product updates and cool things happening with Compass. I'm really excited about this. I know you guys are as well. If you've ever had issues with software, this will be available on Windows, Mac, and Chromebooks. It's a simplified candidate experience, Proctor dashboard, and it does require pre-scheduling 1 hour prior to the start, okay? More flexible start times, no limit on capacity, and you provide the student the access code that specifically points to the exam they're taking. This will be available January, February timeframe. It may cost additional because we are housing all of the software and things for you. So if you're able to offer the certifications in your classroom or in your test center, please continue to do that if it's working well for you. But if you have some students that are at home or you're having issues with updating your software, maybe your Microsoft software is giving you problems or your Adobe software is outdated, this is an excellent way to offer that through the web. We also have a ton of cool Compass improvements. Those are actually happening on the 31st of August. So September 1, you will see more in-exam stability for Microsoft, in-exam updates for Autodesk, pre-exam launch improvements for Adobe, and some things with Office 365, new license and channel models that make it easier to offer those exams. So now I'm going to cover each of the programs. I'm not going to go into specifics on exam details. I'm just talking about new updates. So as you're watching this, please note if other instructors in your tech center or your high school offer these programs. You are eligible for discounts if you purchase exam licenses. So say you would teach Adobe and you have someone else that teaches entrepreneurship, you buy an Adobe exam license, they buy an entrepreneurship exam license, you both get a discount. Okay, so definitely take note of that and reach out to me with questions. So first up, Adobe. Okay, we've officially rebranded the Adobe program. It's now called Adobe Certified Professional, which means you and your students now more than ever can communicate to others visual, video, and web skill mastery. So anyone who has earned an Adobe certification with one of the live and app exams, so CC 2018 and beyond, has been granted the same certification with the Adobe Certified Professional name. You also have a new badge to show off. So along with the name change, we've also made changes to the specialty credential. We've simplified the requirements. So instead of earning 3 certifications to show as a visual design professional, it's 2. And we've also updated the 2021 exams. So those are coming out. Some of them are already available and the rest will be available by the end of this month. They have slightly updated objective domains, familiar to anyone who's taken a live and application certification, but definitely check out the exam objectives on our website. And finally, we are retiring the CC 15 and 18 exams this month. So if you have older versions on your machines, please make sure that you're updating to the appropriate software. Apple. So we recently announced 2 new certifications. The App Development with Swift Certified User Exam. It certifies learners' ability to demonstrate fundamental iOS app development skills. And then the Development with Swift Associate Exam certifies that they have the ability to demonstrate their knowledge of the impact of computing and apps on society, economies, and cultures while exploring iOS app development. Both of these courses can be found in the Apple Bookstore and are available for LMS download and Canvas. They are also available on any Apple program products for free. Autodesk. We have great coverage with Autodesk certified user exams, whether you're teaching architecture, engineering, product design, or media and entertainment, we have a certification for you. They release new software around March of every year. So earlier this year, they launched the 2022 titles. We have 2022 exams coming. They will all be available this fall. We also support 3 years of software with these exams. So when we release the 2022 exams, we will support 2022, 2021, and 2020 versions of the software. So plan for updates to your labs if you need to do so. One of my favorite new exams is the Communication Skills for Business Professional Communication exam that we launched last year. Again, it validates the candidates entering the workforce understand key communication principles and skills. So the three of the 4 C's: critical thinking, collaboration, creativity. We are launching in October the new English for IT certification. It is part of the Communication Skills for Business program. So if you're teaching here, you know about 20% of the US is non-native English speakers. There's a lot of English as second language programs. So this is a very relevant program. The exam measures listening, reading, and use of English specifically related to information technology. Entrepreneurship and small business. So we released that exam about 3 years ago. It has been extremely popular. A lot of schools in Oklahoma are now implementing this into cosmetology classes. Any type of sales, marketing, cosmetology, anywhere where a student will use business alongside of their program. So, definitely understanding supply and demand, things like that. ESB is awesome for those programs. But a few months ago, we added new resources to the exam license. So now EntreEd's Educator Resource Guide and Nifty Entrepreneurship Mindset is included. So the Educator Resource Guide is a compilation of resources specifically designed for entrepreneurship teachers. The Mindset Index is for students. It's just a 20-minute assessment that students can take to learn more about their strengths. It's a fun way just for them to kind of dive into that a little more and get excited about entrepreneurship. We also just launched the ESB version 2 exam. So it's got updated exam objectives. It's awesome. I took it the other day. It's a tough exam, but it definitely covers a lot of information. There is a calculator included in the exam so they can figure out, sales tax and different things as they're answering questions. You can see there's a pathway at the bottom of that, as I discussed at the beginning of the presentation. So this I'm going to dive in a little bit more deeper. So we retired MTA exams at the end of June. And because of that, we're excited to announce the IT Specialist Program. It is available now. It covers similar topics to MTA, but are updated and improved. You'll see they look familiar to what you may have used with MTA, but we're also adding to the program to make sure we're addressing additional platforms outside of Microsoft. So currently, there are 13 certification exams included in the IT Specialist Program. Here are the names of the certifications as well as time frame in which they'll launch. So the top 10 are available now, and they will, cover skills across multiple technologies. You will see by the end of December, we will have the remaining 3, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and computational thinking, available by the end of this year. The objective domains for each are available on our website at certiport.com/ODs. You can download a copy to review. It will tell you exactly what is covered on the exam, so you can prepare for those certifications using curriculum that I have available. We also have program overviews available to download. It's a data sheet that includes a description of each exam. It's available again at certiport.com/IT specialist. The program is sponsored by Pearson, which is the world's largest learning education company and major IT training entity, but the program is endorsed by Certiport. This is a vendor neutral certification body, and they provide a lot of information to excellent employers. Okay, they provide emerging technologies, certifications, micro credentials for business, data, developer, IT, and security professionals. So they review certifications and then send them out to their large employer database. So here are just a few trusted employees of the companies below. So these companies will now have access to IT specialists as well. So those will be on CertNexus website, and employers can look at them to validate these exams. We will have additional entities that will endorse specific exams based on what they do. Digital badging is available again. Each exam, when you earn a certification, you earn a badge. So you definitely have a way to show that to employers. So I know I've covered a lot about the IT specialist program and new exams releasing. So if you have questions, reach out to me. I also have some awesome things available. If you currently have MTA, reach out to me. I have a way that we can extend that and add IT specialists to it. So call me about that. Next up, IC3 digital literacy. So I did mention your fundamentals of tech course. If you look at the syllabus for that, you will see that IC3 is the framework for that. So they built that course around IC3. The new thing with GS6 is we've completely redesigned the framework to provide a stackable certification that can be implemented based on competency levels and then ultimately earn a master certification for IC3. So each certification level covers all 7 objective domain areas and increases in difficulty for each certification level. So level 1 exam certifies that they know foundational concepts. Level 2 is their ability to do tasks and demonstrate their skills. And then level 3 shows that they're able to lead by demonstrating skills related to managing systems, processes, solving problems, and providing guidance to others. And if they pass all 3, they earn a master digital literacy certification. Intuit, we have a lot going on with this certification program. So we have new certifications, including the first called Design for Delight Innovator. I took this exam last week. It is awesome. It's an exam that covers design thinking process. So it's a process for solving problems, creating and developing new ideas or products. So it's really awesome. It covers a lot of really cool information. And if you pass the Design for Delight certification along with Entrepreneurship and Small Business version 2, you earn an additional certification, which is a Master Entrepreneur. So it is really an awesome exam. The next exam that was recently released was the Intuit Certified Bookkeeper Professional. It is available now. It's a professional level exam, and it will be, very popular with advanced accounting classes. And finally, we have relaunched the QuickBooks online exam. There are some updated objective domains. It's all selected response, no simulation. So the Microsoft Certified Fundamentals exam. So this would be after you pass an MTA exam. The Microsoft Certified Fundamentals exams are specific to Microsoft platforms. So we've recently released 3 new exams. The first is Microsoft Security, Compliance, and Identity Fundamentals. It is targeted to those looking to familiarize themselves with security, compliance, and identity. The second is Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM. So this covers features and capabilities of the CRM for Dynamics. And then third, the ERP exam is similar to the CRM exam, but it's specific to finance and operations. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but over the last year, we've put a ton of tweaks to the Microsoft exams to improve the experience. So streamlining the exam launch, Microsoft feature tutorials to help with videos, to easily digest candidates to help them with the exam experience. improved handling of license issues. So Microsoft has been involving their Office licensing. Some of that has caused issues for some of you when it comes to launching exams. So we've been working hard to ensure that you don't see those problems, and improvements to back-end handling of out of ordinary situations. So sometimes candidates, usually those who skip through the tutorial, they're not prepared for the exam. They'll do weird things in the application during the exam, and it throws it into, a loop. We've worked hard to make sure that some of those improvements are able to catch that in advance. And then finally, we know a lot of your Microsoft programs have been affected by at-home learning or hybrid learning. So we've worked to ensure that you have learning material, practice tests, and the certification options that you can use from home and with Chromebooks. So the next product is ECCouncil. So we offer the Ethical Hacking Associate and Cyber Forensic Associate exam. There are over 465,000 open positions for cybersecurity nationwide. They're unable to keep pace with the dramatic rise in cybercrime. As you know, in 2020, Barnes & Noble, Marriott, Twitter, they were all victims of hacks. Just the other day, T-Mobile announced that their customers' information was exposed. School districts and their employees have also been frequently targeted for cyber attacks. So this is very important. They've created these certifications for high school level students so that they can prepare for the higher level e-commerce consultants, higher level certifications. The newest certification program we offer is PMI. It's the Project Management Ready certification that we announced earlier this year. Second only to communication skills, project management has been shown as the most in-demand skills employers are looking for, and that is across all industries. And the final program is Unity Certified User. So you may be familiar with the Unity Programmer certification. It's been around for a few years now, but last year we gained 2 new exams. So the first was an artist certification that focuses on how art and animation interact with 3D and 2D functions. The second is the VR Developer Specialist exam. So it focuses on implementing VR into your code. Both of these exams are only available after you pass the Unity Programmer certification. So make sure that you are doing that first. So that is it for our programs. Now we're going to talk about why certification is important. This is my favorite thing to talk about. I love this. I'm passionate about certification, and specifically industry certification, not just an assessment, right? So the Florida Career and Professional Education Department, they put out a report that shows students who earn certification have an increased graduation rate, higher GPA, increased post-secondary enrollment, and improved confidence. These exams are hard. Students work hard for them. They are worth college credit. They are valuable to employers. So definitely look at offering an actual industry certification in your classes. There's digital badging. So I wanted to dive into that a little bit more. So once you pass an exam, you earn a badge. You can register that a badge at acclaim.com with the email that you registered at certiport.com. It will automatically pull your badge into their database. It will show which certifications you've earned, okay? And it will show the skills earned for that certification. At that point, it will pop up current job openings in Oklahoma or in the US. It will show job titles, location, employers, salary ranges, and they can apply directly from that website, and it will attach their badge showing that they actually have that skill. And the most important thing is certification continues to distinguish individuals in becoming employed and utilizing technology at home. Employers seeking higher ROI on software investments, they want someone who knows how to use their software. And it helps graduates that do not have current experience. It can prove immediate productivity to employers. So I had an instructor reach out to me about 4 years ago, and she said, Jeanette, there is this cool new report that came out called Credentials Matter. So Excellence in Education and Burning Glass came together to provide this information, and they've continued to update it year after year. So Google Credentials Matter, you'll be able to see every test available, no matter what the program is, and it's identified in this report. So basically, Excellence in Education works with state leaders to implement steps to help states improve learning outcomes for students based on a state's specific needs. And then Burning Glass analyzes hundreds of millions of job postings to provide that data, such as which jobs and skills are most in demand. The cool thing for you is Oklahoma does upload all of their testing to the state. So when we pull that data, it shows low alignment. And what I mean by that is between 99 and 2020, you earned almost 50,000 credentials, but only about 4,700 of those were in demand by employers. So if you look at this slide, I just pulled the top 10 quickly, but it will show demanded and earned. So the very top one that is demanded by employers in your state and actually nationally is Microsoft Office Specialist. You've only earned about 434 of those certifications, and there are over 35,000 pings on Microsoft Office specifically requiring that skill set. So you can see it's very undersupplied. Registered nurse, this NCLEX is the next one. I mean, there are 0 earned and over 25,000 pings on that specifically. So you can look at this here. But this is, again, just the top 10. And then you look over here at the credentials that are actually earned versus demand or earned. So National Career Readiness is the #1 earned certification, 0 demand for that, right? So work keys. Automotive Service Excellence, it's in demand. You've just doubled the need, right? You've earned double the amount that is required. And you can look, down the line at these different certifications that you're currently earning in the demand by employers. You can look at that a little bit deeper here. So on the right-hand side, difference in supply and demand of credentials offered and earned. So here you'll see credentials demanded by employers. Software skills are the #1 demand for employers. And then you can look over here at what's being earned currently. So only about 5% of the exams in Oklahoma are software certifications. Mostly you'll see certifications that are required for jobs like automotive service excellence, that is a requirement for them to use, commercial driver's license, things like that. And then the 47% over here is CTE assessment. So that's just state required certifications. So definitely take a look at that in your programs. The next thing I wanted to talk about, did I mention that the American Council on Education has recommended most of our certifications grant credit hours for college? So just yesterday, they released the Autodesk communication skills, entrepreneurship, certified fundamentals, and Unity were all recently added. But we have Adobe, entrepreneurship and small business. They recommend 3 credit hours for that certification. They've added Unity, they've added Autodesk, and soon all of the IT specialist exams will be listed for college credit. There are currently 9 colleges and universities in Oklahoma that already recognize these certifications towards college credit. So reach out to me with questions on that. I wanted to dive into current job listings that are available. This will demonstrate to you and your students how employers are looking at their resumes, how they're looking for specific software skills. So you'll see here this estimator, heavy highway construction. They need project management skills and Microsoft Office. So imagine your candidate applies for this job. They have Outlook, they have Excel skills, and the PMI certification. That is going to help them stand out when applying for this job. You see all of these jobs that I've listed here, it just shows software, project management, Adobe, Microsoft, Adobe, communication skills, AutoCAD, Microsoft, communication skills. Again, Adobe, Microsoft, QuickBooks, strong written and verbal communication skills, Microsoft, Adobe, Apple Swift, JavaScript, Apple Swift, Unity, ECCouncil, Ethical Hacker. So, I mean, that just gives you an idea really of what employers are looking for and how they list jobs. So that is it for me today. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I'm really sorry that we weren't able to record during the conference. We had some technical issues and some things happening, but I wanted to make sure that you had this valuable information and new updates and things that are going on. So again, please reach out to me anytime with questions. I'm happy to demo products. We could talk about things that may fit better into your program than what you're currently offering. So again, reach out to me and have an awesome day.